Because we were watching trailers.
Also, I rewatched the video.
Trailers? Did you say trailers?
Trailers.
So I watched on YouTube.
Someone clap for that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Close enough, I guess.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I guess I can put this here.
Anyone
But-
know your languages?
No.
Yeah, I rewatched our 100th episode.
What is French? 1, 2, 3.
Did you?
Yeah, and I have a genuine question because I feel like you guys were just like being nice to me.
Okay.
I don't understand why the Bonaparte Bones Together thing was so damn funny to you guys.
You kidding me?
I'm dead serious.
You never. That was.
I was like I feel like that's something like I've always looked at and been like,
Zach,
oh, Bonaparte Bones Together.
Zach, you need to understand what your role is on this show. That's what you need to understand.
You need to know your place, is what
Know
he just
my
said
place.
to you.
It was funny because it's a clever joke, and you don't make jokes on this show.
You are the straight man most of the time.
For the most part, yeah.
He makes funny jokes. I make bad jokes, and you're the straight man. And then somehow, out of a what? I think it was 2 hours long. A 2 hour long podcast.
Hour and 57.
You say one joke that outclasses every joke we said in the whole thing.
It's the whole thing of like we like because everyone has a certain amount of joke potential. We spread ours out through the whole show, but you concentrate it into little bursts.
One little thing. Well,
So like we're doing a bunch of like level 3 jokes. Like we do 100 of them, but you do like 10 level 30 jokes.
I think the real satisfying thing is because I had to watch that clip over and over again as I was editing it. Everyone's reaction, because obviously I have all 3 camera views.
all 3 cameras.
Because I'm trying to figure out what's probably the better view. When should I cut?
Yeah.
Because the easiest way to do it. So I'm like watching all 3 feeds, and it's amazing to watch all of our faces at the same time realize what he was saying, because we don't expect a joke out of you. So as soon as you said it, everyone had a legit confusion. Like, what's he talking about? Oh my god! Your dad's face is probably the best, and JP's.
the sand bit was great.
Yeah, the sand bit was pretty good, but JP's face, because
I need to go back and watch that.
JP had
When is that?
at the
it's towards the end.
1 hour and 48-minute mark, I think.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think.
it's almost at the end.
Okay.
But because JP is sitting next to you, and he literally, you say that, and JP like looks at everyone else, and then he goes. You can see he like inhales like
Keep
laughter.
in mind that he's the one who put the Napoleon in there.
I know that's
So
like you could tell it was like a guy who set up a good play or something.
I think my problem is anytime I try to be funny, it's awful. But like I'll give like a serious opinion on something, and people will be like, "Ha, that's funny," and I'll be like, "Yeah, joke."
welcome to dry humor.
So
welcome to Pop Culture Unboxing.
Welcome to Pop Culture
It is true.
Unboxing. Him Ryan.
I'm Ryan. Yes.
Him Zach.
Me, Zach.
He's Zach.
Him Matt. Me Matt. I've done that joke before, but
Okay.
nice.
Okay, Rick.
What? Continue what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you were saying.
Me?
What were you talking about?
I was just
Carry
saying that
us.
I was super surprised that like I actually made a joke and everyone laughed at the joke that I made. I was just
Zach.
like, you guys are pandering. Like you guys are just letting me have a moment.
Zachary.
Mr. Matt.
Perform a single joke. for me.
Mattery.
I'm waiting.
Perform a single
A
joke.
single joke?
What do we do this?
Your kid's not going to be successful as if you had 2 kids or 2 parents.
Okay.
I mean, it's even funnier when you think about the fact that in this world, probably our kids won't never be successful. But
Have you guys ever considered the fact that the average dog has less than 4 legs?
See, you laugh at my jokes because mine you have to think about them.
Have you ever considered that?
What?
That the average dog has less than 4 legs?
Wait, what?
Did you know the average person has 1 fallopian tube?
That's also true.
Wouldn't the average dog have 4 or less? Not
No,
4
the average
or
dog
more.
has less than 4 legs.
Yeah. Because even if there's 1 dog that has 3 legs, then the average is brought down below 4.
Yes, and there are occasionally dogs.
Oh, I see.
There are
Yeah,
occasionally
it's a
dogs
math
born
problem.
with 5 legs, But there's far more dogs with 3 legs than there are with 5 legs. And so the average is less than 4.
It's kind of like when the media comes out and they're like, you're 1,000 times more likely to die from, using Clorox. And then you find out it's the difference between like 1 in 3 billion and 2 in 3 billion. And you're like, oh, like
same as like the odds of someone winning the lottery is 1. The odds of you specifically winning the lottery is infinitesimally small.
Oh, yeah.
But the odds of someone winning is really high.
I thought it was interesting. My buddy went through statistics class, and he was like, the more people that play the lottery, the better odds you have of winning. And I was like, no, you don't. I said, the better odds of someone winning you have.
Looks like there's only been one recorded dog that was born with 5 legs.
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
And there's more with 3.
I mean, so far only 1. And they're saying...
And you can apply that to a lot of things. The average person has less than 1 eye. The average person has less than 1 arm. The average person has less than 1 penis.
The average person has less than 1 body.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like wrap my head around all of that.
The average person is more than half dead.
I was gonna say
there
are more
dead people
than there are
living
alive.
people.
I was gonna say I was gonna say the average person is dead.
Yeah, the average person is
The average
dead.
person is dead.
If you average it out and round up, yeah, the average person is dead. I like this. Okay, good episode. We did it. We solved it.
We solved it.
Wrap it up, boys.
Well, I thought it was funny. I was actually watching. I think his name's William Lane Craig. He had made a point that like when Christ was on Earth, that was like 2% of the people that have ever lived. And that was 2,000 years ago.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Because there were so few people up until, the modern era. Like when Christ was around, when Jesus was going around preaching his message, they estimate that up until then, from today backwards, that before Christ, only 2% of people lived.
Wait,
Well,
wait. So you're saying Christ was alive 2,000 years ago? Is that what you're saying?
2021, roughly.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
BCE around
AD is based on when he was born,
Right. I know. Really?
not died.
Well, it's BCE.
I mean, I guess we're
around
in
the event.
I guess we're in.
The event, yeah, the era,
The event.
when the era has changed.
Which
yeah,
we
what
call
changed?
it common.
I don't know
Yeah,
why
there's
I
just
thought.
something when the Ford Model T came out, population exploded. No one knows why.
I thought Christ was.
But
I think those are just multiple things.
I thought Christ was
At the
around
same
a
time.
lot longer than that, or was around a lot longer ago.
Well, I mean, he's always around, but
I mean,
Did
a
you
lot
know-
longer ago, but only 2,000 years ago. So don't touch me. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Hi.
Did
What's
you
going on?
know that Queen Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than she did to the construction of the pyramids?
that's creepy.
My brain hurts.
Yeah. I forget the years, but yeah, she was.
Yeah.
The pyramids are really old, is the takeaway from that.
Mhm.
Do you think
If I
Jesus
remember
ever went and
correctly-
visited them?
If I remember correctly, there was someone that said that the pyramids, the stones that they put on top of the pyramids were shaped to the pyramids, suggesting that the pyramids were around before the Egyptians got there.
Yeah, because they're built by aliens.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Only explanation.
Alien.
Have you seen the guy online that actually he went through
There's
and
more than one
showed?
guy online.
Well,
We just watched like 4 of them.
specifically to Egypt, where he showed where they could have moved those huge boulders all the distances and moved them up using technology from the time period.
Didn't they do that with Stonehenge too?
Yeah, they did the same thing with Stonehenge.
Yeah, but what is Stonehenge? What was it used for?
We were. I
Are
think it
you
was
making
really
the
interesting.
reference I think you're making?
What was it used for? Tell me.
It was a calendar.
Why did they make that
effectively.
henge out of stone?
Right. Why? They had other things. Why stone?
Then she plays with my balls.
because a water henge wouldn't
You don't
stay
know what
around.
we're referencing, do
I
you?
have no idea. I have no
Stonehenge
idea.
by Ylvis. The only thing you know by them is What Does the Fox Say?
Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah,
My
that
favorite.
band, great band.
And I know the
Highly
parody
recommend.
to it.
One of
which
my
is
favorites
priceless.
is the cat.
There's a parody. Wait, isn't it its own parody?
Yeah, because it's not really. Because you mean the fox?
Yeah.
The fox is just them turning a book that they were read as a kid into a song.
Oh.
They like word for word
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's why the
there's-
lyrics are so stupid because it's actually a kid's like a small child baby story.
Did you know that
That's why the
one of the gibberish is actually the fox speaking, based on the music video?
yes I know.
Bibbidi-bop-bom-bedo.
Yep.
That whatever that part is at
has
the
a
end.
deeper voice than either one of the
Yeah.
the people.
Foxes actually make like a really high pitched yipping sound.
I love
They sound like they're going.
Yeah, that too.
my 3 favorite songs from Ylvis. Probably have to be Stonehenge. That's one.
That's
of
a
them.
good one.
The Cabin, only
Yep.
for that moment when he's looking at his like,
Dad?
who put my dad inside a wall? That and
John England.
oh well, John England is up there, but I gotta say it's the trucker's hitch.
The Trucker's Hitch is so good.
Because I learned the trucker hitch dance.
Of course.
Because
That's right.
Because
I
I've
knew
watched
this.
it so much.
What about what are your thoughts on Mr. Toot?
Mr. Toot's really good.
It's so catchy.
I've listened to all of their songs.
I
I
have
have all
too.
of them on Spotify.
Pressure is a favorite of mine.
Pressure's good. Put a little pressure on.
Put a little pressure on.
I still like Kermit with soap on the floor, but that's okay. You wouldn't play it earlier. I'm still salty.
You want to play it right now?
No.
You want to just take our money away?
Yes.
We'll just put a pin in this for later.
Just
Are we actually going to talk about something news culture, man? Now
Look, it's
pop.
a signal in the sky. What is it?
It's the spider signal.
Well, okay. Well, what's that over there behind you?
That's the goblin symbol.
What's that right there?
I was gonna say it's John.
That is actually just a smudge on the wall.
Oh, okay. It looked like a bat in a yellow ring. Kind of looked like a bat signal. Guess what? DC Fandome
Bats are blind.
happened
Oh.
happened yesterday.
How are bats supposed to see a
2
light?
days ago.
that bit.
What happens if it's not cloudy in Gotham and Batman is needed?
They call him on the cell phone, and then
Gotcha.
he gets it. Well, actually, the mayor
Call
calls
me
him.
on my cell
He
phone.
answers it on that red phone, and then he pushes a thing, and him and Robin still they slide down the pole.
Question.
Yes.
What happened to the piano keys?
Hang on. Yeah. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
What happened to the piano keys?
We upgraded the piano keys about 3 years after we put them in. Yes, go ahead.
Why isn't there just an automatic sensor? Like Walmart has them.
Because at the time we didn't have those.
Walmart has them.
Yeah, but this is also the 50s, 60s, somewhere or 70s. Yes, sir.
People
Go ahead.
liked piano in the 50s. Why didn't you just keep it?
People liked what?
Piano in the 50s. Why didn't you just keep it?
Because I was too busy saving the world, I couldn't impress people with my piano skills. Yes, go ahead.
Is Joel Schumacher a scene-stealing hack?
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
No further questions.
Okay.
Can
Yes.
can you play Interstellar on the piano?
No, I cannot. Yes, go ahead.
Can
I
you
thought
play
said
Dark
no
Horse by Katy Perry on the piano?
I'm embarrassed to say, but yes, I do. Any more questions? All right, thank you for coming to this press conference. See you later. Go ahead.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag in the wind?
Yeah, drifting. I do. I feel like I'm drifting to the wind, always wanting to start again.
No
Go ahead.
further.
Why are you gay?
Well, I am very happy. That is true. Go ahead.
Why are you gay?
What is gay? what is gay?
I just love the moment
Ben
where I
gay.
could see the
Ben
gears
gay.
turning where you're like, do I go with it or do I deny it? And if I deny it, am I in trouble?
I think I helped it by doubling down on the question. Pop culture unboxing. Post 100 episodes, we ask the real questions here. Is Ryan gay?
So it's funny because we were like, because I just watched an episode of Who's Line recently, and they were actually doing, because one of the like games that they play is where, I think it's called press conference actually and it's always Colin, and one of them was Colin was Batman coming out of the closet, and then the 3 other contestants have to ask questions like news reporters, giving a hint to tell who he is, and the person on the podium has to guess. So literally, when you said I'm gay, I was just like, wow, that's like, it just took me back, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to say now.
Did he figure it
Took
out?
you back to your first
He
love.
figured it out pretty good, pretty good.
Colin Mockery's a clever one. That one.
They all
Yeah.
are.
Is he the tall one?
No, that's Ryan Stiles.
That's right.
Colin Mockery's the ball.
Any relation to Harry Styles?
No.
Okay. I forgot to raise my hand for that.
Yes, go ahead.
Any relation to Harry Styles?
No, not.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Any relation to Wax Styles?
Don't know who that is, so no. Hi. Okay, can we talk about DC Fandome?
Sure. I just couldn't think of anything else that ended in Styles. So
I was just waiting for you guys to realize I was making a waxing joke.
Like,
wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off.
well, that doesn't fit because Colin's the bald one. Ryan Stiles is the tall one.
Harry Styles. If you're not hairy, you're waxed.
Wait, are you implying that the opposite of bald
Yeah,
is
but no,
tall?
you'd be shaved though, not waxed.
You could be waxed.
Yeah, but not all bald people wax
Can
their
you
head.
be? Wait,
Look at Matt.
Can you be waned?
Can you be waned?
If you can be waxed, can you be waned?
Yes.
Well, it depends.
Is that what happens?
Do
when
you
your
understand-
parents get
It
killed in
depends
an
on whether
alleyway?
or not you have.
Do
an
either of
overbearing
you know
mother.
what never mind.
No,
It's the cycles of the moon, waxing and waning.
I'm a moron.
You're my moron.
I am your moron.
Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah.
I love that that's where you draw the line, where you're like, I don't know the cycles of the moon, therefore I'm a moron.
God, it's like you don't even know astrology. I bet you don't even know how your
What's
birthday
a straw?
influences
Legit.
your personality.
Is astrology a science based on straws?
Yes.
Oh, cool. What kind of thing is a straw that loops around your hat and goes into your mouth?
It's a bendy straw.
A bendy straw. Oh, okay, bendy
That's
straw.
called a cool hat.
A cool hat. Oh, I saw ones where
The
they
liquid
actually.
going through the straw keeps
I saw one where
Because
you
he's
actually can
number
make
one.
sunglasses out of them.
Yeah, you can
Which
do
is
that.
cool.
But as long as it stays under 10 feet long.
Why under 10 feet?
Because at that point you would create too much suction and destroy planet.
Really?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna try that.
I think it's
Listen.
longer. I think it's 30 feet. I think
So
it's,
is that the
up to
limit?
30 feet, it's impossible to create enough suction to pull something through a tube.
I
Is
was
that
going to say,
like-
if anybody could do it, it would be Ryan.
I was gonna say, is that like giggity? Is it? Is that like Is that what we know the limit is? So at 9 feet, it works, or is it at 9.9
We need to
feet?
test this.
Can you still do it? It's just as soon as you get to 10, you can't suck anymore. Is it like chicken nuggets and the stroke? Like you can eat 259, but once you hit 260, you have a stroke.
Yeah, that's it. That's the
So
limit.
so 250, and then you ascend to God level, and then 200. If you go too far, you fly too close to the
Is
sun.
it God level or just
have
God?
a stroke? God level. You can't be God. Only one God.
No, what I'm saying is you ascend to Him.
Yeah, you ascend to Him and be absorbed.
Also,
by
I'm
him.
totally wrong. It's literally just about how high water can raise in a pipe in an atmosphere before it won't
How many
pull
chicken
up
nuggets
anymore.
does it take to do a stroke? I need to know.
How many what?
How many chicken nuggets does it take to do a stroke?
Chicken
to do a stroke. Get a stroke.
chicken nuggets
To do a stroke.
to stroke ratio.
For those of you that are listening, if you want to do a stroke, here's how many chicken nuggets you need to eat.
It's just telling me, how do you evaluate chicken nuggets? I want to know that actually.
You ruined my bit.
Each chicken nugget is evaluated in terms of color, flavor, juiciness, tenderness, and overall acceptability.
What do you think?
The samples were served to 12 experienced panel members.
How do I become a chicken nugget specialist?
Let's find out. How do I become a chicken nuggie specialist?
Simply
to
call them
become
nuggies. You're a
nuggie
specialist.
So my wife and I went to DC one time.
How to become a nursing specialist in the U.S.
Was there a
Is that close
fandom
enough?
there? What?
Actually, no, we
How to
had
become
a,
a nursing specialist in the U.S. Is that close enough for you?
Yeah. Well, no. So Google how many nuggets it took to cause someone to have a stroke. I need
I
to
actually
know.
have a nugget.
How
based
many
story.
nuggets?
I'm getting there. We'll get to you, Zach.
I
in a minute.
keep saying nuggets. How many nuggets to cause a stroke? 413.
We found the limit. 413.
413.
So 412, you'll be fine.
How many chicken nuggets can you eat before dying? was said on Quora.
That's like
Dear Lord.
that's
You
my
can eat 301,125 chicken nuggets before dying.
That's one of my favorite Russian Badger jokes that they had when they were talking on stream. As they said, they did an experiment that they said it would take like
This is based on how many chicken nuggets you can eat before you die, though.
right.
Based on how much time you have in your life. You could eat 301,125 chicken nuggets, assuming you could digest them instantly.
Well, that's like the
I mean, once you get to a certain point, they technically would be, because as you would eat one would be digested, so it would just
That's-
keep going.
Yeah.
that's like the banana thing that they were talking. The Russian Badger. I was trying
Money's
to say
in the banana stand.
money is in the banana stand.
We're not
Oh,
doing this.
God, no.
We're not going down
Oh
this road.
God, no. So when we were in DC, we actually got stopped by a guy that recited a poem to us about chicken nuggies.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
it was all about the perspective of a 4-year-old in the back seat wanting his chicken nuggies from McDonald's.
We have nuggets at home.
What is it,
nuggets at
like-
home.
My
So-
wife needed
so-
that after the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah, that'll do it.
But do you know it takes like 4 billion bananas to give you radiation poisoning? Because that's what'll kill you first. That was what I was trying to talk about
Wait,
the Russian Badger
if
thing.
we're gonna go down this road, I have.
That's
something
what he
for you.
said. He said on the stream with his buddies. One of his buddies said we did it in school. They did the math. It was like 4 billion bananas is what'll give would kill if you ate 4 billion bananas instantly, you would die of radiation poisoning. Someone's like, yes, the radiation would kill you.
If you wanted to, a gram of uranium is 20 billion calories. So all you have to do is eat a gram of uranium, and you would be full for the rest of your life.
Only a gallon.
A gram.
Oh, a gram.
No,
really?
Because I looked at first, a gallon of gasoline is 31,500 calories, so that would feed you for about 2 weeks.
That's literally the
you
calorie
drank a
intake
gallon
of
of
The Rock every day. That's his calorie
If your
intake.
body could process that.
Hey,
Listen,
buddy.
you're asking the wrong questions.
Listen,
here.
your body, they have proven it. The body can evolve and process anything. It just takes a spoonful of it first, and you get used to it. You build up immunity, and then bam, someday
It's like lava.
you survive on gasoline instead of food.
Just, have kids and let your kids eat it, and your
Please.
kids eat it.
Disclaimer, please don't go out and try to eat gasoline by the spoonfuls. Try to
No, it's by the
Just
gallon if you want the
takes a
full.
spoonful.
It's 31,500 calories.
Right, but I'm saying is like the only way that our bodies can process it is our bodies have to get used to that intake.
Wait.
So if you take a
Hold
spoonful
on.
every day,
Hold
eventually you can grow into just drinking gasoline. That's how
I
we
need you guys to vamp for a second while I do some math here.
vamp. What's a vamp?
Vamp. Is it like a
It's where you just talk. Okay, 33 highway.
what? So
Are you trying to figure out how much
I'm trying to figure out how many
highway a
double
human body
cheeseburgers.
gets?
I'm trying to figure out how many double cheeseburgers from McDonald's it would take to power my car for an hour.
Ooh, there you go. Okay,
that's,
I'm interested in that.
I love how we came in with
There was-
semi show notes and they just turned into this.
I love the fact that I got a text message one day complaining that we never do anything. We need show notes to get this show on the road, and then
And
sure
then
enough,
this happens.
we're not talking about pop. Well, Burger King and stuff is pop culture related.
It is.
would
To
take,
be honest with you, their chicken fries are great.
Yeah.
Wait.
How many chicken fries do you think it takes to cause a stroke? Probably the same as nuggies, I would think.
I think a little more because I think that even though they're long, I don't think they're as big as a chicken nugget.
Yeah. Do you think it depends on like McDonald's nuggies? Maybe more. Maybe it takes less nuggies to give you a stroke from
My
McDonald's
car-
than it would be from frozen ones from Great Value Walmart. Wow.
My car gets 2.9, or it gets 2.9 double cheeseburgers per mile.
But from where though?
It takes 2.9 double cheeseburgers to power my car for a mile
Well, as we know, not all.
on the highway.
So, like, if you made the burgers, though, not if you went to Burger King.
No, if I crammed the burgers into my car,
Any
they could
burgers.
power my car. Based on the fact that a gallon of gasoline is 31,500 calories, and my car on the highway gets 33 miles to the gallon.
There's going to be so many disclaimers on this. Please don't stick burgers into your car.
Based on that math, I can then calculate
please
that
do.
to get to that 33 miles per gallon, I would need 72.08 double cheeseburgers from McDonald's to get to the 31,500 calories.
How much is that?
Needed for that gallon of gas?
Okay, so how
Have
much
you
is
guys-
that in price wise? Tell me the price. I need the
we'll get
price.
there. Hang on.
Which is cheaper, gas or burgers?
Double cheeseburger, and then I'll just add cost at the
What
end.
if I just go out to the side of the road and kill a cow? Is that instead of going to the nearest gas station, go to a farm and kill
double
someone's
cheeseburger
cow?
at McDonald's? They aren't telling me the price here, but I think they're like $2 or $3.
They're double cheeseburger. So like the
double cheeseburger.
If I'm right,
it's like $3,
with
right?
their double cheeseburger has two things of cheese,
Before
or the McDouble
inflation,
only has
it was
one thing
99
of cheese.
cents.
So
Before inflation,
Before inflation, it was
Okay.
99 cents.
so we'll call it 2.
And I mean that honestly.
So
so
there
it
would
was
be a
106, but it would have been 106 with tax.
So if
That
I
was 60
if I
tax.
fueled my car with nothing but double cheeseburgers from McDonald's, it would cost me $150 to go a mile, or to go 30. It would take $150 to go 33 miles.
Well, not more efficient
So-
than gas. So
So it
So
would
wait,
cost me
wait.
$4.36 per mile, and I would need to cram 2.2 double cheeseburgers into my car for every mile I want to drive.
the question is,
now, is that a
On the highway.
Is that a Prius or your actual?
That is
car?
on my actual car.
Oh, your actual car.
So the
Wonder what
question-
find out what a Prius does. Get to work.
the real question is it worth pissing off PETA to make?
Yeah, but nobody listens to
53
them
highway.
anyway.
Okay, we'll just start.
Dave Chappelle has made just as many PETA jokes.
Hamburger built engines.
Okay, so we just need to multiply any of these.
That's why the hamburger steals all those burgers. Now we know. He's trying to fill his car
Just trying to go.
because he can't afford.
So what my car does
Because
is
Ronald McDonald doesn't pay him money.
mine
Pays him
is
burgers.
in 2.2 double cheeseburgers to the mile. A Prius does it in 1.308 double cheeseburgers to a mile. So
Wow.
Prius is much more burger efficient.
So if you want
Double
to fill
cheeseburger
your car
efficient.
with burgers, get a Prius.
Well, that's the real question.
Speaking of McDonald's, what is Grimace? I get that the Hamburglar is a human that just steals burgers.
It's like a cousin.
Ronald's a what? Ronald's a clown.
Not
That
anymore.
other girl, she's a bird. What?
Have you seen Ronald McDonald around
I don't care.
anywhere lately?
No, he doesn't exist.
They phased him out after the creepy clown thing from like 2018.
Well,
where people
Ronald
were showing
McDonald
up
was
all
a
over the place.
clown. Well, Grimace doesn't exist anymore either. I don't see their. But
No,
what
they
was
got rid of
Grimace?
all.
He was just a purple triangle. What was he supposed to be? Is that
He was cousin It with a bad
was
hair
he?
dye.
Oh, really? Is that it? That's what? Is that his lore? What is Grimace? Find out what Grimace is.
But a Hummer
Oh,
gets
jeez.
4 double cheeseburgers to the mile.
Oh wow! So Hummer is not very.
The Hummer's not the
efficient.
play. If you need to fuel your Hummer
Hold on,
with double
four
cheeseburgers,
double cheeseburgers to the mile is like what? $20? That was better than your Prius.
huh? No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Prius-
you were doing full tank.
Yeah.
Oh, never
I
mind.
see.
No. For every all these calculations are how many double cheeseburgers it would take to get your car to go a mile, based on how many calories are in a gallon of gas and how many are in a double cheeseburger. My car needs 2.2 double cheeseburgers to go a mile. A Prius needs 1.308, and a Hummer needs 4. So I propose that cars are now measured in how many double cheeseburgers it takes them to go a mile. McDonald's double cheeseburgers, to clarify. That's where we're getting this information.
Okay. So, but Burger King maybe more because they put more
Calories
burger
in a double cheeseburger at Burger King.
I think it's a good thing that we're looking at our
Burger King's
mileage and
457
cheeseburgers now.
calories. So actually, if you use Burger King double cheeseburgers with enough miles driven, you'll save money. Because for every burger, you get 7 extra calories.
Well, Burger King's better anyway. Their burgers are better.
I don't know. I think Wendy's is superior.
Wendy's, on the other hand, double cheeseburger, 860 calories.
Wendy's is superior.
So
Wendy's is going to power your car better than anything else.
that explains a lot though, because every time I eat like a Wendy's Baconator, I can feel my heart like begging for mercy.
Oh, dude, double stacks. Wendy's double stacks all the way.
Sonic's better, 870.
Dude,
Sonic's better.
Sonic's more fuel efficient, yeah.
Gotta
Sonic
go
double
fast.
Sonic double cheese. That's it.
Gotta go fast.
For the namesake.
Ooh, a double cheeseburger at Five Guys is 840. Just barely doesn't make
At
it.
Five Guys?
Yeah,
That's
Five-
because they use peanut oil, not grease from.
Yeah, they actually look at it and say, "Hey, sorry for the people that can't do
way
peanut
too
oil.
low.
We're not getting rid
520
of our
to
flavor."
670. What other burger
really?
places are there?
There's not a way to eat their food without peanut oil. I thought they had a fryer without peanut oil.
They do their fries in peanut oil, which is why they let everyone know, like, if you have a peanut allergy, don't come here. So it's one of those things where
yeah, but they mad
if you
dog
don't
everyone.
have a peanut allergy like me, you get the glorious food of Five Guys.
Yeah, but the way they do it though is when you walk in the thing, they just have sacks and sacks of peanuts everywhere. Like, here, have peanuts while you wait for your food. to
Yeah,
get out.
it's pretty much just a
So, yeah.
deterrent. Like, as soon
We
as
now
people come
know.
in, they're like, "Oh, we can't be here."
I have a theory.
We
to
now
why.
know.
Get rid of that blood-
I
that
don't know
weak
what we're going to do with this
bloodline.
information, but we now know.
I have a theory of why Five Guys has so many peanuts around and why they use peanut oil.
Why?
Is that one of the owners of Five Guys accidentally bought too many peanuts, and he was like, "What do we do with all these peanuts?" And that's how it became a staple. Is like just
Also, if anyone wants to do the math real quick and dirty, if we're just counting this as McDonald's cheeseburgers, which I think double cheeseburgers, which I think we should for consistency's sake, we know that a gallon of gas is 31,500 calories. That would take 72.082 double cheeseburgers. So all you got to do is take 72.082 and then divide that by your car's MPG.
how many burgers do you think it takes to fuel the Challenger, like the space?
Oh,
What?
dear Lord.
Don't look at me. I'm curious. How much?
I
I don't know why you all got real uncomfortable with that one. I thought that was funny.
Dear God.
I thought it
no,
was
this
funny.
is trying to tell me about Challenger.
The Dodge Challengers.
Yeah.
No, you want like the Challenger space.
I was gonna say, is this
Isn't
before
that
or
the one
after
that
the teachers?
exploded?
Yes. I think so, right? In the Challenger?
Yeah, it
Challenger's the one that exploded with all the teachers in it.
This didn't meet up to that challenge then.
Fuel economy of the space shuttle is actually pretty good. 9.5 miles per gallon.
Wait, what?
Yeah. But it goes
We
through
should
that
all
in
just-
15 minutes.
This is true, but then once it gets into space, it's super fuel efficient.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think this calculation is going to work out how you think.
Okay, well, never mind. I was just curious if you could tell me.
How,
Yeah.
Wait, but here's the thing. How much fuel does the space shuttle use? How many double cheeseburgers do we have to cram into this? 835,958 gallons. So we just got to multiply 72 times 835,958. We need to cram 60,188,976 double cheeseburgers into that fuel cell to get that thing to space.
Sounds like Burger King better step up its game. And get
So
those burgers
for
out.
just for rounding reasons,
So
we'll call it 60,200,000 double cheeseburgers
Can you
need to
imagine
go into the space
the
shuttle.
scientist in me is wondering, can you get all of those calories out of your burger, and what level of inefficiency in the burning of the burger would cause you
You're a
to waste
programming
more?
teacher. You're not a scientist.
Yeah, here's the thing. You work in programming, which means I just need you to imagine a spherical, not frictionless cow. Okay? We'll start from there.
I can make it, but it'll cost you.
I got that. Yay.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
You've never heard the frictionless spherical cow?
No.
Oh, buddy, we got homework for you.
Listen. Listen.
Do you want to talk about what you had?
Real quick, can you imagine just like when you pull up to the space, like we're all about to watch the spaceship launch, and then at the bottom of the spaceship is just a tube it's attached to its fuel tank, and it's just a Burger King truck.
Yeah.
They're just like shooting
McDonald's.
burgers. Oh, McDonald's.
This is all based on the McDonald's.
Oh, only
they would
McDonald's.
get slightly better fuel efficiency with the Burger King ones, but we're not worrying about that.
Right. Well, like, okay. So, but you just a McDonald's truck is
Yeah.
just getting like burgers just sucked.
Yeah.
Into. All right. Well, you want to talk about what I want to talk about?
Yeah.
DC Fandome event.
Okay.
happened.
Oh, some actual pop culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forget what I want to talk about.
How many miles to the gallon does Dwayne The Rock Johnson get?
How many? Wait, look up. You can see his actual meal. How many calories does he intake? And that'll tell you how many miles.
Well, the question is, how much would he run in a 24-hour period?
Well, that so you can find out how much each one of his what his meals are.
4,000 to
calorie-wise.
6,000 calories a day.
Yeah. So that's how much it takes in 24 hours for him.
So that would take a gallon
And lots of
gasoline-
tequila.
A gallon of gasoline would give him 5 days of energy, give or take.
Wow.
But the average person, it would give you over 10 days of energy.
So I have so many notes on my phone that are all called untitled. It's really hard to tell where the show notes are.
Clean those up.
DC Fandome event. You guys want to talk about stuff? You look just as tired as I am of this.
You
show.
gotta pick and choose because we're already halfway through the episode, a little more than halfway.
Okay, Flash trailer.
Flash.
What's
It's
this?
gone.
Batman's coming back.
Batman.
Another Batman.
The Batman. Yeah, this is the Joel Schumacher. No, Joel Schumacher did the second two.
Yeah, the Tim Burton Batman. The good Batman.
The Tim Burton Batman?
Timothy Burton
Yeah, it's
himself.
the first Batman. The first.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh's own. What's his name? What's the dude's name?
Michael
Multiplicity. Yeah, Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh.
Keaton. Or if you want to pronounce it phonetically, Michio Keaton.
Mitchell,
Michio.
like the beer.
Why does Sean Bean get to have it both ways?
I don't
He
know.
should either be Sean Bon or Sean Bean.
What are you talking about? I gotta do some googling. I'll be right back. Oh wait, my phone's
I
right
think,
here.
is B his last name?
Bean. SEANBEAN. He
Sean
pronounces
Bean?
EAN differently between
Sean,
the two parts
Sean
of his name.
is an Irish name. SEAN is the
Boy, I'm yawning
quote
so
unquote
much.
proper
Then
spelling.
why isn't he pronouncing his last name like an Irish person?
Oh, Sean Bean's the guy that gets murdered and everything.
Yeah.
He does.
Why does he get to have
Sean
it both
Bean?
ways?
How would the Irish pronounce bean? Do tell.
Bon. If they're gonna pronounce
Sean Bon.
Bond, Sean Bond. He should either stick to Sean Bond or Sean Bean.
So if he worked at a tech company, he would be the Sean Bond on the Kanban?
Yeah, exactly. You're getting it.
I didn't get that one.
Kanban boards.
Oh.
Jira.
Oh.
He's scared of those.
I am.
Ooh, you've got a ticket.
Oh no, this project is blocked.
Oh no, I got to escalate this to VRT.
Weather is preventing testing.
No, you're scaring him.
Faux snow.
Speaking of weather, we need to decide whether or not we're talking about this stuff.
The Flash. Yeah.
Flashman.
The Flash movie. We got a trailer for it.
All the Flashes are
We're
in it.
getting Supergirl. She's in it.
Yeah.
Everyone's mad about it.
She's not Flash,
Right.
She's not flashing?
There's two Flashes.
unfortunately.
There's two Flashes in this. There's our Flash and another Flash. And
That one was on the line. Continue.
I'm just imagining my life without this show. Excuse me.
How
for a
much
second.
better is it?
It's worse.
There's a lot of bunnies.
Look at the
There's a lot of
bunnies.
bunnies?
Look at the bunnies, Lenny.
I am still pissed at that scene.
Do you mean the one for the 100th? Put the
No.
bunny back in the box.
No, the
Lenny and George.
Think about the
Mice and
bunnies,
Men.
Lenny. He doesn't let him finish his sentence. The least you can do for the man.
Have you
is
ever
let
read
him
of Mice and
finish
Men?
his sentence?
I feel like I just zoned out and then actually joined a new world. Like I did what the
No,
Flash.
Brave
did.
New World is Aldo Huxley.
I
Different
jumped
book.
in a brand to like.
No, so in Of Mice and Men,
I don't read.
George tells Lenny to think about the rabbits. And while he's thinking about the rabbits, he's like, we could pet them, and we could tend them, and then he shoots him in the back of the head. He didn't let him finish his sentence. At least let the man finish his thought before you end him.
Well, he had already killed a thought, so
This is true.
which is why he had to die. He did kill the girl, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay,
But that
that's
was
what I
because
thought.
she was going to talk about,
I get it.
she
The
was going to
thought
tell the people
girl.
about the puppy that he killed.
That was the thing. I forgot if it was the fact that he killed the puppy, or that he accidentally kills the girl.
I'm pretty sure he kills the puppy, and then the girl sees it, and then she's like, "Hey, Lenny, we're gonna have to tell them that you killed the puppy." And he's like, "No, don't tell him." And he like grabs her to try and stop her, and he ends up like breaking her neck.
Yeah.
And that's when George is like, "Well, there's nothing I can do, Lenny. Sorry." And
Yeah.
pops
Great
him.
book.
Yeah,
Not for Lenny, but
I cried
Great
for
book.
I
Yeah.
cried about the dog.
Yeah.
I felt.
no one tell him about where the red fern grows.
Oh, dude,
Or
I-
Marley and me.
I faked being sick that day
Oh no.
so that I didn't have to watch the movie.
Watership down.
Couldn't do it. I had just buried my dog like 3 months before that. Like I wasn't going to school and
That's
do that.
understandable.
Yeah, like I was like no. And,
Ryan.
like, it was 100% like me.
How
being
many
a
flashes
kid.
are in this movie?
I don't know, like 2. I
Okay.
think. It looks like
Flashpoint then.
It looks like 2. Well, instead of, it doesn't look like this is a Flashpoint situation. I don't know what's going on. With
On a
this film.
scale of 1 to
If this
Taiwan,
takes
how
place-
much of a flashpoint
if this
is
takes place in the Snyderverse,
Not yet.
Not yet.
if this takes place in the Snyderverse,
Which it can't.
well, if it does, this is gonna be the Flash during the nightmare scenes, and if it's just like a situation where the Flash just does the Flashpoint for some reason,
I guess.
well,
Are
here's-
we gonna see him in the armor?
Here's a legitimate thing.
Did they ever explain what that armor is?
yeah, it's like shielding to deal with like the. Well, no, they don't explain this, but you
Oh.
have to be an idiot DC
To read
guy.
the comic book.
Yeah, you have to be like me, who cares.
Here's the thing that bothers me, and this is something that I brought up like pre-show, is that it looks like they're introducing a multiverse at the beginning, and
Right.
like they've had one movie where they all come together, and they're already opening up the multiverse in order to be able to say like, okay, well that thing happened over here, and we're not going to use that thing.
That's not what.
And
they're-
it looks
yeah,
like
but
it
that's
looks like
not
they're
what
just like
It's pretty well known
jumping.
they've been playing catch up with Marvel.
But that's
Yeah.
not what
Fine.
they're. But that's
It's like
not
they've
what they're
already.
doing.
But it looks. I mean, it seems like that's exactly what they're going to do when things go wrong. Because like Ben Affleck's already threatened to quit playing Batman, and they're like, "Well, we started this whole series that's supposed to be like a decade long, and now our main guy is gone."
Well, yeah.
So they're going to have to find a way to shoehorn someone else
quit.
in there.
He quit because they destroyed the Justice League film. He quit because DC wouldn't like, well, not DC, Warner Brothers wouldn't let the directors do what they wanted to do. And then when
because
they
they have
did,
their holy 2-hour limit.
and then when the successful films were out there, they're like, oh, well, let's just do that again. And now he's come back. What they're trying to, they have decided, it was already a while back, they had said, like, what we're going to do is we're just going to let directors do what they want with what stories they want to do, and then they're going, and then with that, they're all just going to be connected to a multiverse.
So why is Marvel so successful? They had team ups. Oh no, wait! They let the directors do what the directors do.
Right.
They let the directors make movies they're good at making.
Right.
Huh? Who would have thunk?
I mean,
You know why they're successful is because they have a multiverse. And what we're going to do is we're going to do that at the beginning rather than the end. So when things suck, we can say, well, that's over there now.
You know what, Zach? I think
That's what I think is going to happen.
you're right.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Screw using people's
yeah,
talents
that's
where
what they're
best
gonna.
at.
That's
Yeah.
what
Let's
they're
just make
gonna
a
do because
multiverse.
they've already said that's what they're doing. They're
Well,
making multiversal
it's-
stories
and it's
instead
so
of making
cheap.
one connected universe.
Well, and that's so
Because
cheap.
then they don't have to worry about doing what Marvel does and catching up to Marvel. Now they can just do what they want, and not have to worry
And
about
I think
it.
the thing is like, because I think Marvel's done, like, in its hype.
It's not.
And
No.
like, there's a gap to be filled, which could have been filled with, hey, listen, we're starting the DC universe. But instead, they're going to like immediately start with cop-outs. And anytime something goes wrong and they don't like it, they're going to say that was another universe.
Well, first of all, this is what DC does. Once a comic book line doesn't work, we get DC Rebirth. And then when that doesn't work, we get what, Matt?
How many months are we away from a DCEU New 52?
When's Flashpoint coming out?
I don't know.
Oh, that.
Okay.
That's how far we are.
God, that's like talking about the kid that broke the
I
dad's
don't care if people say I
box
like
of dreams.
the new
Are they going to
52.
do Barbara Gordon dirty in the next Dude 52?
I don't know.
That's a whole song. Do you guys know about that?
No.
What?
The whole Batwoman thing?
Batwoman?
Are you
Look that up.
Wait.
In the comics.
Wait, what are you talking
All the
about?
drama around the different people who've been Batwoman in the comics.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
the Oracle stuff.
Yeah.
Have they all
It's
been women?
wild. I just read about all that, the drama around that.
Yeah, man. There's been a lot of Robins and there's been a lot of Batgirls. Well, Batwoman is also separate from Batgirl.
I'm so
Batgirl has
confused.
always
Whichever one Barbara Gordon was.
Yeah, that's Batgirl.
Yeah.
There's only been, I think, one other Batgirl, and that was
I don't understand.
Oh, there's been like two or three.
That would be Stephanie. Batwoman has had like several people be Batwoman.
Yeah.
And that's the same for the Batwoman TV show.
Is it kind of like the Spider-Man, like he has multiple different love interests, like Mary
No.
Jane and
No, they kill off what everyone likes, and then they put
cripple
someone
them,
else
bring in
there.
a new one?
Or
Nope.
cripple them, but then when they get tired of trying to write someone who has a physical disability, they just write away their illness.
They
They
didn't.
don't have to face it anymore.
No, that's not what they did with. That's not what they did with Barbara.
They kind of did that with Barbara.
No, what they did, Matt. Excuse me while I push my glasses into my skull. What they did is they just made up fake technology where she just put a thing in her tailbone, and now her legs
Yeah,
work.
if your legs don't work, just get something put in your tailbone.
So
Yeah.
she's like
what do
little old
get
Ray.
get a chip.
You're
put
just
in
lazy if you're ever in a wheelchair.
No, it's because-
Barbara Gordon got out of it.
Oracle,
lazy.
Oracle's cool, but Batgirl's cooler. Nobody wanted anyone else but Barbara Gordon to be Batgirl.
Except for the people that were cool with their other characters. Anyway, listen,
Well,
I
if anyone got
I
done
prefer my
dirty,
bat facade without boobs, unless it's
Joe Schumacher.
yes.
Well-
but the one Batman he directed.
You guys do know the whole reason why they started bringing Batgirl and Batwoman around, right?
You guys just nuked my segue, but
I did.
thanks.
I'm sorry. I'm interested in what
Do you
he's
actually
about
not
to
know
say.
that?
Yeah. What?
Go ahead.
I figured, to be honest with you, Ryan, of all people, I thought you would know. Was
Well,
the
let's
reason
see
why
what
they
this
brought
says.
it around is because they didn't like that it was Batman and Robin running around all the time, and there were no females around
Oh, okay,
in the
he's right.
series. And they were
Okay,
like,
I was gonna say Batwoman.
they
does, but that's
they
not
were
why
concerned
Batwoman
that it would
exists.
look like he was like not interested in women
Yes,
at all.
yes,
So they decided
okay.
that they needed to have some kind of female.
I
love
was
interest.
wondering
Yeah.
where this was gonna go. I was like, wait a minute, what's this? What? Bull
Yeah,
crap
like,
is,
it was some
what-
like really stupid logic where it was like, oh, there's no women in here, so it might look like he's not into women.
but
and
now
then
that
it was
it's-
like,
minus
now that
minus Catwoman. Minus
now that
Catwoman.
companies
His love
know that,
interest.
so that's
from-
why she started coming around as well.
Right.
But now that companies know that they won't lose money by making characters gay, they're cool with it.
But that's not why.
Back when they stood to lose money from that, they couldn't do that. That was
well,
no
that's
go.
not why Batwoman exists, though. Batgirl exists for that same reasons. They wanted to have a female Bat character so that it didn't look like Batman was like that, was gay.
Batman's not very
Batwoman
inclusive.
exists because they wanted to create a gay Batgirl, but instead they were like, but Batgirl's
Gay.
Batwoman makes more sense to that. Yeah, because Batwoman. See, this is where it gets confused. I wish there was just it was a different name, like Nightwing or something. Well, never mind. That's
already
that's
someone.
already taken. But Batwoman, she is. I think she's lesbian. I don't think she's bisexual. I think she's a lesbian character.
You know, I'm
She's
so
like a
glad that
tough
we have
female
a
lesbian
strong female character in a comic book now. I'm just so glad that they finally did that.
That was very brave of them.
I mean,
was.
yeah. That's been for a long time.
Have you guys ever watched Never Stop, Never Stopping?
Yes, great movie.
It is great, but like that's literally like I feel like I know that you like I read articles like news articles all the time, and like every time there's a movie with like a female lead, it's like
now there is. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's like they're out there like all over the place, and they're like finally a movie with a strong female lead. I'm like, they've been doing this for decades.
Yeah.
Like it's really really funny to like
Just,
watch.
if you're
to
looking
watch
for
it happen.
DC with strong female leads, don't look at the Catwoman movie.
No.
But go ahead, Matt, real quick. Well, go ahead.
Here, I'll look it up.
Matt,
here real quick.
I'm calling on you. I said Matt.
Is Batman a cuck?
No, I can't. No.
I think he is.
No, he's not.
Speaking of Batman,
My eyes are bleeding.
speaking of Batman,
Yeah.
we got a new one on the scene too. We got a new one.
Matt Reeves, Batman.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want to talk about it a little bit? Because I do have something I want to bring up about that.
I kinda don't like this movie as much as I did anymore.
You already seen it? You mean
No.
the trailer?
No, the trailer didn't get. Well, the trailer got me hyped until I saw Robert Pat. There's a point in the trailer.
Trailer spoilers.
Trailer spoilers. But he like punches the glass, and weirdly enough, I feel like I was like, man, sometimes when Christian Bale did like the voice and they do the Batman voice, I was like, that's kind of lame. But if he does that, I'm like, I feel like you should have did a Batman voice for that.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know.
I
don't know.
All the shots of him, I think Ben Affleck has ruined a lot of other Batmen for me
Probably.
because I liked thick Batman.
Right.
Like now he looks puny in this. He looks like a child cosplaying as Batman.
Well, that's the thing is this is Batman in 2 years. Like he's been Batman for only 2 years, but still, I'm
But,
like
Christian Bale pulls it off more. I don't know why. There's just something about Robert Pattinson's Batman. He just looks like a child wearing a Batman costume.
I will say, his chin feels like the chin. Like he does have the chin for it. The part that had me confused, that made me think that is, I'll show it back up later to you. But there's a scene where you see his face, and you see his eyes, but like his chin in the suit. Yeah, right there. Actually, you got a picture. I'll pop it up if you're watching the video format of this. But if you look here,
It's literally, just for audio listeners, literally the first picture you see if you search Pattinson Batman.
so if you go down here, like you can see it better in the second one right below it. But see his chin, and then see how small his head looks compared to where his chin is.
Yeah.
For some reason, the mouth opening or chin opening makes the rest of his head look smaller. You can see it really bad up there. If you go back up, there's one where it's him covered in dirt and mud. It doesn't look right. It looks weird to me. But weirdly, I like it, but it also looks it's strange to me.
Yeah, I think we've just been between the Christian Bale that had a ton of tech on it and Ben Affleck who's just massive in his Batman suit.
I'm going to give the kid a chance. I'm going to give this
guess.
a chance, but I just say like right now it looks weird. It looks cool, but it
take.
looks really weird.
Let's just hit the reset button.
How many
Next
burgers
Batman?
does it take to fill Batman?
No, but it's a lot, surprisingly.
Okay, go ahead.
You'd be surprised. The next number will surprise you. Literally, let's just take it back to the first live-action Batman costume.
Okay.
The very first
We were
one.
just talking about that. Okay.
No, the very first.
Oh.
The very first live-action Batman
Oh,
costume.
you mean what's
I was really hoping you
the-
knew the
the,
name off the top of your head.
the mayor
Adam-
from Family Guy, Adam West.
Adam West.
Yeah.
Let's just go back to that costume. Start from basics.
Okay, you want to rate the costumes, the bat costumes?
No, because Adam West wins. We already know that.
Really, you think so?
Yeah. It's just so iconic.
Yeah.
I just start. Yeah. Oops, I hit news.
The one that has no armor on it.
Yeah.
It's just.
I really want a movie with this. Just play it totally straight. Like, don't ever acknowledge that that's what he's wearing.
Oh, just make him like he's actually the man of the Dark Knight Christian
Yes.
Bale bat, but in that costume.
Yes. I desperately want that movie.
I'd watch it.
Yeah. Play like no other jokes in the movie. That's the only joke, is that he's wearing this costume.
Oh, in the Matt Reeves Batman, there's a part where he's walking through a hallway of all the police officers. Can you imagine? It makes even weirder sense for them to see this guy. They're all in like SWAT gear, and this dude in just like spandex just walks by.
Yeah.
All like chest pumped out. Like,
I want this so badly.
I'm here to detect.
If
the
we ever
crime.
become famous directors, this is our dream project. Is a totally serious, gritty, noir Batman film.
but he's
But
in
that's the costume.
Dear Lord.
And
We would-
literally no other jokes in the movie. The movie is totally serious.
I feel like
The
that
only
would be
joke is
that
that.
would be one of the times when the WB is like, well, I'm sorry, we have to step in here. We're putting millions into this. I'm like, just pull the
You'll
old
get
one.
trillions out of it. Don't mess with it.
That's true though. If someone saw that on the trailer, people would come. People would come
Yeah.
to see this. They're like, I want to see, and also find someone who's an Adam West impersonator and have them just play.
No, I know. I know who I want playing this character.
Who?
Whoever voices Darkwing Duck.
Ooh.
But again, totally straight. Play it totally straight.
Yeah, I could.
Right?
I see it. I got
You
it in my
see
mind.
it's coming together, isn't it?
I got a film there, and it's looking great.
I say we
great.
do it, but we make Batman Jack Black.
No, that'd
He's
be
just
too. But
he's just supposed to play it serious, but we put Jack Black in.
we make him lose a ton of weight.
Yes,
So it's like, it's you can't even say, oh,
Dude,
it's Fat Batman in a
Chris
spandex
Pratt
suit.
him.
Yeah,
Chris
we're
Pratt
Chris
him.
Pratting Jack Black to be in the Adam West Batman suit,
But
for our film
we
noir
have to
starring Batman.
We have to pay Jack Black to never show anyone that he's lost weight, so that when the trailer launches, they say
Nobody
"That's
knows."
It says Jack Black as the Batman, and then it shows that. What is going on?
I am vengeance.
Greatest movie
Oh,
ever.
Yeah,
All-
this
all-
is happening.
all
I
the-
want this so badly.
All it's ever gonna be is all of the worst lines from all of the Batman series.
No, we're gonna pour our heart and soul into writing this. Like we're writing the perfect movie. That's the costume.
And the perfect movie
you know
would be
The entire
all of the worst lines to try and make
I think-
a film.
I think this is one of those times when I wish we had a lot of listeners, and we also had an animator, because I want to see the animated version of this discussion.
Yeah, me
just
too.
like someone drawing Jack Black,
As it
and then
goes.
as you said, like, but we also Chris Pratt him, go from like a fat Batman to just like a skinny, like
all of
muscular
a sudden skinny and muscular.
with like a guitar.
yeah.
That probably was my favorite part of Parks and Rec. It was because like the final season happened after he played Star-Lord. So like they
Oh,
show
yeah.
up and he's just jacked now. And like they look over at him and they're like, "What happened?" He's like, "Oh, I just stopped drinking beer." like that was the whole joke. It's like, "Oh, all I had to do was stop drinking
He
beer," and all
definitely
of a
stopped
sudden.
being as dumb as the show went on, which I think kind of lost a little bit of the charm.
But I think that was
Well, I
kind of,
will
I think that
say-
was the fun part of him and April's arc was that they were becoming adults.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I liked. I feel like what kept him interesting to me was April. Like,
Yeah.
she helped make his jokes right, like lift his jokes up.
Yeah.
I still love the first time
Burt
she ever,
Macklin.
I love the first time she ever said "I love you." He's just like, "Dude, sweet." Just like, it's like, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a
One of my
fun
favorites.
show.
Oh,
So, any other DC stuff you want to run through in the last couple minutes of the show?
No,
I found
Okay.
I found
We've
my thing
already
from Netflix
wasted-
that I wanted to
Super
share.
Pets is gonna suck. I'm calling it now.
We have wasted a episode where I was like, let's talk about DC Fandome. Let's do it. There was a lot that happened. We wasted it trying to figure out how many burgers it takes to get your car moving. So
Miles.
it's it's over. It's
I
over.
found the thing that I wanted to talk about, which is what I was talking about with like the finally a strong female lead character.
Cool. Play us out.
So it was Netflix's The Queen's Gambit.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
The Queen game. Oh, that's the chess
The
one.
chess one.
She's gonna be Princess Peach.
Nona.
Jeez, I forgot about that.
There's a, I believe she's from Russia. I cannot pronounce her last name. Maybe
Anya
you
Taylor
can.
Joy.
No.
So
her
girl
first
she's
name's
playing,
Nona.
That's based on a true. Let's say it's based on a true story
Gaprin
about
Vashnieli?
an actual woman.
The problem is that Nona Gash. Well, I'm just gonna say her first name. This woman Nona is suing Netflix for defamation because she was the first Grandmaster and she did play against all the men, and it had already been done a couple generations ago. And Netflix went back and said she never faced men. And it's in the beginning of their documentary where she was a Grandmaster, but she never played against men, and that this woman was the first one to do it.
Oh, so
that's not true at all.
So the movie said she never played against men, and she wasn't a Grandmaster.
Well, it was saying that like she was a Grandmaster, but she never played against the men. And now this new woman that they're doing the story about was the first woman to actually face men, and she's suing them because she's like, I face men all the time in my career.
I see. Okay.
And so they went back in order to make their story more exciting. They went back and like retconned somebody else's history.
Well,
in order to make it
why not just
cooler.
go back through it and say like just say based on a true story?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is,
totally
it's about a different
copy.
woman. Netflix's story is about a different woman.
So what? Just say based on a true story.
And that was part of it.
Then just don't acknowledge that she was not the first person.
That was exactly it.
You're saying the woman that is suing Netflix is not the woman that the Netflix show the movie's about.
Apparently, in the beginning of the movie, they mentioned this woman Nona and she was the first female Grandmaster. But in the documentary, they're like, but she never faced the men. So she was like just kind of like checked off.
Queen's Gambit's not a documentary though.
Yeah, it's a TV show or it's a movie.
It's a drama, like a miniseries. Is it?
But they went back and destroyed her history in order to make it look like it was something.
Maybe her story should have been more interesting. Then
her story was more interesting than the series.
I'm so confused on what. So
all I just think about is the Family Guy bit or Simpsons bit of someone calling Netflix. I
don't know if I'm following or I might be misunderstanding what you're saying. So what you're saying, the Queen Gambit, I think it's a miniseries, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Okay, the Queen's Gambit miniseries is about a woman who never played the men but became the Grandmaster when she first played the men. That's
so the Queen's Gambit is based on a 1983 novel based on Walter Tevis, and the story is a young orphan girl named Beth.
Year?
1983 novel.
It's coming together now.
Well, here's the deal. This 80-year-old Soviet woman had already done it. They could have done the story based on her.
I need you to go back. I need you to say what year the book was written and then where the woman was from.
1983, and this other woman, Nona, who I cannot pronounce her last name,
yes,
was already a female chess grandmaster from Russia.
In 1983, when a book was written about it. You think there might be political motivations to leaving out that bit of history when the book was written?
No, because the argument that they're making is that she never faced the men.
See, I think Zach's missing my point.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
I'm just because 1983 was the Cold War.
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Was this author Russian?
I don't know.
What does that have to do with it?
I think I'm confused.
Because why would if you're going to write a book about the first woman to beat men in chess, you wouldn't want to write it about a Russian, your enemy. You'd want to write it about someone closer to home.
Yeah, but no, that's the point. Is that in the Netflix series, they call her out specifically and say that she never played against men, which is untrue. It's outright untrue.
Okay,
does the book not claim about?
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Is that
I see. I thought you were saying that the woman. I thought you were saying that Netflix made a film about this woman and the woman that is the main character of the Queen's Gambit is a complete fake character and they just used her name. I thought that's what you were
they
saying.
actually call out a woman that was she was the first Grandmaster, and then in the series they claim that she never actually did the things that she did. In order to make their series more important.
Making this woman in the series more important than the actual...
Than her.
Okay. That's what I was confused. I was I don't understand.
And that was the problem, is that they could have done a series based on her,
but what you said,
and it would have been cooler.
You said there was a documentary. You're talking about the book, right? You don't mean there's not a movie documentary. The
Netflix
actual
did
book.
the series.
Okay.
And part of the series is they mentioned this other woman that had already
Right. Okay.
was already a grandmaster.
Right, and then the documentary you're saying is the book that wrote about the actual who this real the Grandmaster was.
No, well, and I think the problem is that what they did was they took a series, and what they did was they took parts of history and then made a series based on it. And what they did was that they erased her history in order to make a new series.
Right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm bashing. I might not understand. So but where does a documentary come in the place? That's what you said.
So
a documentary. Are you talking? Are you saying the Netflix series? Was that what you were classifying?
Yeah,
as?
yeah. Let me put it this way. I probably misspoke. What I'm saying is that there's a Netflix series about the first woman to play against men.
Right. Okay.
In the series, they actually call out a woman who was the first grandmaster in history, as a documentary portion of it, and then claimed that she never actually played the men, so she never really played against the best in the world.
Okay.
But in reality, she did.
Okay.
So in order to make their story seem better, they actually eliminated this woman's history as being the first grandmaster.
When you said documentary, I thought there
grandmaster.
was a documentary about that actual woman who was the first grandmaster, and they just did a different story that completely kicked hers out and claimed the Netflix story was
and I
true.
probably misspoke, but that was part of the thing where it's like they wanted to tell a story about someone breaking a glass ceiling, and in the process they probably could have just wrote a story about her.
Right. Okay.
Wait.
And like,
she's not a real person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought this was about someone real. The Queen's Gambit.
I thought it was. The Queen Gambit's not? Okay.
No.
It's about a fictional woman.
I'm so confused. What's going on?
Wait, what?
I don't know what's going on.
Historical fiction. What does this Russian lady care?
Because they call her out in the series and say that she never played against the men, which is why she wasn't a true grandmaster. But in reality, she did, and she had earned that title of grandmaster.
If it's historical fiction, and then they're historical fiction, she didn't. So what?
What
I suddenly agree a lot less with her now.
I see where her argument is. Like, people would look at that and think that what they said about that woman would be real, and they would discredit her actual achievements.
It's a lot of like
what Zach's trying
it's
to
a lot
say.
of like speculative fiction. It's like, okay,
I see.
It's like we're talking about what happened in the 1960s, but let's assume in the 1960s Russia and the United States actually nuked each other. From that point forward, everything is false.
Right. Well, let's also realize that nobody really cares about chess, so that's why this lady cares.
I think I know what's up with this novel.
What?
Like, it looks almost like he's telling her same story, this Nona woman's story, but with an American girl. Then going to Russia and playing and beating the Russians.
Okay.
So it basically takes this Russian history and makes it American.
The plot thickens.
So
we'll have to do more research on this and bring it back for next week.
Is the 1983 American novel author Walter Tevis, who died the year after his book came out.
We're at an hour. Please end it.
Let's end the show.
Put a bullet in the brain. Go.
Okay.
Like a sheep.
Thank you all for listening.
Like a sheep.
That's Pop Culture Unboxing on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to find me, Twitter, Matt Ross VO.
Yes.
Find me at Riki Tiki 252 everywhere. Instagram.
You changing that back anytime soon?
Someday.
Your inner communist is shown.
Whenever all the people on Facebook stop calling my work trash, that's what.
Okay.
I can't believe someone didn't even have the ability to write out a review or say anything. They just wanted to put a GIF of saying it sucks.
To be honest with you, I really appreciated that one. I thought it was priceless that the one guy was like, "I can't believe you paid Facebook to spam us," and then posted it multiple times.
Oh yeah,
to spam us.
Well, it is what it is.
Go ahead, Zach. Where can we find you?
You can find me at _leaf LIEF. That underscore is important. I am not a middle-aged Brazilian woman. And you can find me at Little Leaf on Twitch streaming poker, which I will probably do tonight.
Yeah.
If I get out of here on time.
If you want to watch this on a video format, it'll be up tomorrow.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
What's tomorrow for our listeners?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Bye, everyone. I love you.
Bye. Oh, also a reminder, we're leaving for.
Next
show's on the road.
Next show is in Nashville.
And we'll have a review of Dune because that's something Matt will stick to the script with. What? I don't know what you want. What do you want? You want to hold hands? Is this is us now? Bye, everybody. Bye. The camera. Wave to the camera.
I'm waiting for it to happen.
What?
I'm trying to. He's not doing it.
I don't know what are we doing?
I'm waiting for you guys.
I
I'm
give up.
waiting on you guys. We're trying to.
Oh, I see what he's trying to do.
We're waiting on you.
I don't
There we
understand.
go.
Is this what you're trying to make a
Yeah.
circle?
It's not a
This
box.
probably
All
making
these
it-
squares
This will
make
probably
a
be the video only.
This looks like a square.
It's a
all these
what's it
squares
called?
make a
Polygraph?
circle.
Oh wait, we didn't. Not everyone said bye, so this isn't the audio.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone. I love you.
Why?